Boss chicks, boss chicks, boss chicks, boss chicks, boss chicks, boss chicks.
To all the queens who sacrifice their dream, to all the queens who put their lives aside, this is now your time to shine. This is now your time to shine.
Boss chicks, boss chicks.
Rise up, take your place. Rise up, take your place. Rise up, don't look down. Just rise up. Rise up. Just your girl.
Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Boss Chicks. We want to thank you for tuning in with us on a Tuesday night. You could be anywhere else in the world doing whatever it is that you do, but you are tuned into us all right here on Facebook and YouTube. I'm your host, Sena, along with my co-host, Andrea, Latoya, and Lashondra. Tonight we have something special in store for you guys. Oh my gosh, the last couple of weeks have been so awesome. Talking about parenting, talking about friendships, mental health, having April on, talking about the awareness of mental health. And tonight we are going to be talking about wellness. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about that. Because wellness comes in different forms and fashion, um, wellness can be spiritual, wellness could be yoga, wellness could be pampering. We touched a little bit about wellness when we first started the podcast. We were talking about self-care and all of that stuff. So we're really excited to have Roy Ree with us here tonight. So she's going to be coming on later to talk about the importance of wellness. So yeah, I'm excited about it. How you guys been?
Good. How are you?
You guys ready for the holidays?
Yes, I'm hungry.
Quiet.
I am looking forward to like all the festivities. I'm really ready. I'm definitely am ready. So when you think about wellness, what is something that comes to your mind with wellness? Andrea, I always go to you because one, your name starts with the
It
A.
always comes to me first.
And you're a nerd.
And then
Oh, that's right.
right, I was just about to say that. Like, I feel like the last two episodes, like this is your scope of element as far as career. It's not your business, but it is your career field. So
Yeah.
you are certified. We talked about that last week with April about certifications. You are certified to give your opinion in these areas. So tell us tell us what you think about wellness when it comes to your mind.
Well, one, it's important. It's crucial to, your everyday life. I used to work out the way Toya trains, but that gym got really expensive. But I just remember being in my element, really just getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to make it to the gym, driving from Chula Vista to Claremont to come back to work down here. And it was just, I know it seems like a lot, but it was so like perfect. It gave me so much more energy throughout the day. It lifted my mood. At that time, I was eating really, really well too. I was fit. I almost had a 6-pack, and then I got pregnant.
That always happens.
I know, but yeah. I mean, just working out is important. I really don't do it as much as I need to now. Baby girl takes up a lot of my time, and then with it being cold, it's hard to take her out on walks and stuff. But we got 2 flights of stairs in the house. That's more than enough. Lifting her up, she's about 20 some pounds now. So whatever I can to
you got that good milk.
Yeah. Whatever I can to have some kind of weight bearing exercise or weight bearing on my bones and muscles, I make sure I try and do that. I probably, if so I think I told you, Toya, Addison, she has some food allergies right now. So I've had to really limit a lot of things in my diet. So that's kind of forced me to eliminate the bad food, like the fried food, the fast food, the quick and easy food, the microwavable food that I would normally probably resort to. So like anything with dairy, soy, and eggs, I can't. And it's crazy because everything has soy, and so even the vegan things, everything that, or some of the vegan things that I've come across, they are, they'll have the vegan stamp, but it's not there's animal product in it. So I'm just like, how do you get that stamp? But yeah, so I mean, exercising, eating healthy, and then of course, feeding my spiritual, feeding my faith is the most important thing to me. It's what's kept me throughout this and through, growing into motherhood, through the pandemic, and in quarantine. It's been my saving grace. I think I mentioned in a couple of episodes that I hired a life coach, and I just finished my last session on Friday, and she was amazing. I think Lashondra knows her. Her name is Monisha from Emergent Excellence, and eventually I'd like her to come on. I'll ask her whenever you guys want to have her. But she taught me a lot about, diving into my femininity and finding my sexiness again. She had me dance. I don't dance unless I drink. She had me talk to myself in the mirror, give myself affirmations, and really just reaffirm my self-esteem again. And that, like, everything that she did, like, we prayed in our sessions, we reaffirmed, we did like the self-esteem affirmations, and then she even leveled it up and said, like, tell me why you're beautiful. So I had to say, I am beautiful because I am joyful, because I'm enthusiastic, because, so like, it really caused me to dig deep and really find, really unlock another level in me, and feed that part of me that probably wasn't even awake. And so that, all of that, physical, and the faith, and, of course, the mental. So
that's really
those
good.
are my things that have kept me.
That's really good. I like that. I'm gonna need her information too.
Yes, she's awesome. You guys would love her. And then even after this, she told me, I was like, so what's next? Like, how do I maintain after this? And she has these like table talks after, she says she has them once a month. So it's like a bunch of women, they gather on a Saturday morning, and they just talk, like, kind of like
That's
this.
good.
And I'm like, this
That's
is
really
cool.
good.
Like, I can't wait to go to a table talk. But she was so, like, she's really built me up.
That's
I love
good.
her.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Toya, coming from the fitness aspect of it, being a personal trainer, you have to have the physical as well as the wellness part of it. What is your thoughts on when it comes to wellness?
So when I think about wellness, what comes to mind is, when you haven't seen somebody in a long time and they've asked you, how you been, or how are you doing? How are things going? And your first reply is always, oh, I'm good. I've been well. But sometimes you have to think about that word, well, wellness. How well are we really? Are we just replying to the question just because? So it's important to kind of give yourself a wellness check, because there's different components to wellness. There's a physical, emotional, the social, the spiritual, intellectual components of wellness. And so in order for you to truly be well, all of those aspects have to be in order, have to be lined up, or else you're really not truly well. You're just responding to a question.
Right.
So for me, wellness is a state of a healthy mind and body. And I believe in order to achieve that and all the aspects of being, having your well-being, being in order, and having that wellness, you have to balance and make time. So I know something that helps me is getting up an hour before I, get my kids up for school, so that I have that time with God. I'm able to pray, meditate, be in my word, journal. I'm journaling now. And just kind of allow God to order my steps for the day. And so having that time in the morning, first thing in the morning for me has been amazing in order to balance everything else. Because when someone asks me, how are you doing? I really want to be able to say, you know what, I really am well, because everything is coming together in my life. So I don't want to just answer a question, but I truly want to be well. So
that's really good. When one of the things that you said is being well-rounded, and that's the same thing for me. That's what I think of when I think of wellness, is being well-rounded, mind, body, and spirit. If those things are not in line, it's impossible to be well. We do take for granted the word, oh, I'm well, or I'm okay. We make it a blanket statement when really we're not okay. We might be off balance somewhere. So I'm really excited to have Roy Ree with us. She is going to be talking to us about how to get, well-rounded and centered. I'm really excited because I feel like we're learning so much during this podcast. It's helping us to grow and develop and to be better women, to be better moms, to be better entrepreneurs. So we're not going to delay anything right now. We're going to go ahead and bring her on. Welcome to the stage, Miss Roy Ree. Hi, Rose.
Hey, how are you, Sena?
You're going to have to turn your camera around the other way.
Right. Because I was first in. Okay. So
There
I'm good this way. All right.
You're good.
Okay.
Welcome to Boss Chix. We want to thank you for tuning in and joining us this week to pretty much give us some wellness tips and talk to us about what is wellness. We briefly talked about what, we feel like as women wellness is, but we want to hear from the wellness experts.
All right now.
So go ahead and take us away. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, thank you for inviting me onto the podcast. I'm so excited to be here. And wellness is one of those things where it's a rainbow. So it doesn't only encompass, most people think, okay, just be well. I'm going to the doctor and I'm going to get my, my yearly checkup. But your wellness consists of your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your financial health, and also your social health. That's your relationships that you build around you. So all of those things are a factor in your wellness, and also it's a major factor in a part of your self-care. See, how I look at wellness is how I look at my finances. Am I making deposits into the bank, or am I making withdrawals? So if I'm taking out more withdrawals than I'm putting in those deposits, how am I taking care of myself to be able to take care of all the other things around me and the people around me? And self-care is, we have to fill our cups first before we can go take care of everyone else. And a lot of times us as women, we do it in reversal. We go take care of everyone else first. We'll go take care of the kids. We'll go take care of our spouses. We'll go take care of, our businesses and everything else. And we'll tend to put ourselves on the back burner. But we have to start doing taking care of ourselves first before we do all those other things. Because once we take care of ourselves, we're not stressed out. We're not anxious. We're not snapping at the kids or the spouse. We're able to be there and serve fully because we feel full.
That's really good. Oh, that was some deep diamonds you just dropped.
Thank you.
My pastor, he used to always say that, you can't be like a bank account. He always compared, what we do as being a bank account, saying how you deposit so much, but you never get, you withdraw so much, but never deposit. And then you begin to run on E or overdraft, he would say. So,
and that's your stress
definitely
and burnout. The overdraft and the E, that's where stress and burnout comes, because you're so just moving, and you're not taking that time for yourself. You're not taking that time just to have a clear mind so you can do those things. And self-care, it doesn't take a lot, out of your day to start doing small things to make simple changes to your life. It's those small things that we do that make a big difference.
So what are some small things? Like, help a sister out, because you I mean,
Right.
for me, I'm I go to church, I'm praying, I have that part. But what are some other things that women can do to help with wellness? Whether they are spiritual, they're not spiritual, like they physical, you talked about being physically, emotional, social, financial, self-care.
Mhm.
I didn't even have all that stuff categorized, girl. Like, I literally was just thinking more physical, emotional, and spiritual. So when you started
Mhm.
breaking down all these other things, I was like, I didn't even think of that as a wellness. Like, I really
Absolutely.
didn't.
Think of this, Sena. If you're stressed out because of your finances, you feel it all in here. We feel it all in here. We feel it in our gut. It affects our sleep. It affects how we deal with people. It affects our relationships. It affects everything because you're trying to figure it out, and you're always in that, what do I got to do next? You're always in survival mode.
Mm, that's
You're not
good.
taking yourself out of survival mode. So if you're not going to take yourself out of survival mode, you're always going to feel the anxiety and the push. But one of the things that I've done over time, because I was that person, I did work in a stressful environment prior to becoming a wellness coach, dealing with children, my children on my own, if my husband's at work or out of town. So what I started to do was get up a little earlier in the morning, because it's a sacrifice. It's for yourself. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to get up. No, you're getting up for you. You're getting up for yourself so you can have that quiet time to yourself before you wake up the kids, before you do all those things. So I call it miracle morning. I've learned about it in a book, but I just, I took the phrase and I use it in my everyday life, and it's a miracle morning. And what I do in the morning, the first thing I do is I say thank you. And that's gratitude. That's thanking your creator or God, whoever your spiritual relationship is with. You're thanking them for waking you up another morning. Because without you opening those eyes, you got to get up first.
There
And I
will
tell
be no
people, I said,
miracle morning.
right, it won't be a miracle morning if you ain't getting up. So for me, people are like, God, you always seem like you have positive attitude, because if I woke up that morning, I could deal with everything else. I could deal with the rest of the day. I'm just grateful to be alive, and everything else will work itself out.
And
So the miracle morning, you can start journaling. Take a journal, empty journal, could be your gratitude journal. You can write down 5 things that you're grateful for. It can be big things. It could be small things. It could be, thank you for the movement in my hands and my fingers. Thank you for my eyesight. Thank you for my voice, because I'm able to use my voice to communicate with other people. When we start being grateful and thankful, that's when more abundance and the gratitude, you start feeling more fulfilled, and more good things are coming your way. So you can start just small with 5 minutes of just what the things that you're grateful for. Next, you can meditate. I meditate. I do a 10-minute guided meditation. Meditation helps your brain. Over a period of time, you may not see instant changes, but in the past, I have suffered with anxiety, depression, and I've overcome these things naturally by meditating, working out, and changing my diet. So just doing those small things, from going from prescription medication and doing it naturally, completely changed my life, because I'm not dependent on a medication. I have a set of a habit and routine that I do that keep me going and keep me focused. So along with the journaling, the 5-minute meditation, the journaling, prayer. Next is prayer. Have short prayer time. And I try to incorporate my miracle morning. Sometimes it's between 20 to 40 minutes, just depending. But now my body, because I'm waking up earlier, my body is automatically waking up early in the morning. So it's no alarm clock needed. No alarm clock needed, because it's an automatic thing now. And it just flows together. So between starting off with saying thank you, 5 minutes of journaling and gratitude, and even if just say you're done, you write your 5 things down for your gratitude, you can go a little bit deeper in how you're feeling. Start writing your goals down. Is it something that you want to accomplish? What are you looking forward to? What are the things that you want to do in the new year? Or where do you see yourself in 6 months? A lot of times people don't set the time aside to just sit down and think, where do I want to be? Where have I gone from where I am now to where do I want to go? And you're not so much in autopilot, but you're really taking the time to build that relationship with yourself and doing those things that you desire, because it's all a part of your self-care. Today I was speaking to a woman and she was like, I just don't know what I want to do. And I said, you have to dig deep and find the things that you love. And a part of that is dedicating that alone time to yourself so you can find out what you do love.
Yeah, that's really good. So you said miracle morning, the journaling, meditation, prayer. What else?
A healthy breakfast. You got to start off with a healthy breakfast because that sets the tone for your day. So I love green smoothies because they're simple, fast, and easy. I also love, my other go-to is boiled eggs. Thank you, my trainer. Boiled eggs and green tea. So that's another one of my favorite. But starting off with a healthy breakfast, you want to do something that makes you feel good. You don't want something that's going to take you on a Starbucks high and then you're crashed before 12 o'clock. It doesn't serve a purpose. But if you have a cup of green tea and a nice bowl of oatmeal, you're going to be set and you're going to be good to go. And that's going to allow you to use that energy to be creative or to take care of yourself.
That's good. Some good notes.
Yeah,
I got a lot of tips.
I wrote a whole list.
Look, I got 4 post-it notes already.
You're like, wait, hold on. And then, to top it off, you have to get in a workout. Now, a lot of people, I don't have time to work out. No, we do have time to work out, because how many times are people looking at their phone 5 minutes here a day, 5 minutes there a day, 5 minutes there a day? The average adult looks at their phone over 50 times a day. So that's 250 minutes. You can take 30 minutes of that 250 minutes and bust you out a workout. Since we're in COVID, if you don't have access to your gym, you could go on YouTube. There's so many free tutorials there on a variety of workouts that you can do. And you may find a new hobby or a new style of working out that you never enjoyed before. You could take the time to enjoy. I used to like going to Zumba class, but first I would do the Zumba workouts at home so I could start feeling, the beat and the music. So when I go to class, I felt more comfortable. And I had to do that doing yoga too. So it's another way, if you don't feel as, you want to go out in front of people and do those things, you can do it in the privacy of your own home.
That's really good. Okay, girl, you spend some good gems. It's some really good gems.
And you know what? It doesn't take a lot of money to take care of ourselves. I love nurturing and pampering myself. You could do an at-home spa just by setting up your room, setting up an area where, you relaxing your feet, you have your essential oils, you have that, a nice cup of tea, or just, laying somewhere cozy and just taking that time for you. It doesn't cost anything to do, those small things for yourself that really make you feel good.
That is some really good information. We should do like in the future when COVID disappear, a wellness retreat. Like,
ooh, I need one.
Girl, yes.
I was
we
just
will.
sitting here when you were talking about this.
Yes, we will.
Think about all the women who just need that time to just go, woosah,
Yes.
like, we talk about this all the time. We wear so many hats, and because we wear so many hats, our normal thought life is survival mode, as and especially if you're a mom, like you're instantly, soon that seed has been implanted and you find out, your body feels that automatic pregnancy, you
Mhm.
instantly goes into survival mode. But when do we come out of survival mode? Like you guys said, how you wake up early in the morning. Me, I stay up late. I'm
Mhm.
a night person, so I stay up at night, and that's the time that I get the most work done. That's the
Mhm.
time I'm mostly flowing in my creativeness. Like that's the time that God's talking to me, and I'm writing things down. That's the time that I get my most vision. Um,
Mhm.
so, but if we don't find that balance in life where we're able to get that time, then we're not effective, we're not as
No.
most effective. And when you said the burnout, girl, been there, done that. I And that's where I learned to master the art of no. Like
Yeah.
I became okay with saying no to people, because
Yes.
before then I was always okay, yeah, sure, oh, don't worry about it, I'll do it. Like I didn't have the patience. That was my biggest issue. I didn't have the patience to teach people
Mhm.
things, so I would
Mhm.
be like, I'll just do it for you. Like
Mhm.
I got it. You know, because
Mhm.
I didn't have the patience. In doing that, I took on too much of stuff, and then I became snappy,
Right.
irritable. I started getting sick. Like a lot of feminine issues I was starting to
Mhm.
develop, and I didn't understand why. And one day, just in my prayer time, that's what I heard was like, I was literally my pressure was rising and going up, and I shared it with my sister. Like I felt like I was going blind. And part of it was, one, I knew I needed to work out. I knew I needed to eat right, but I also had to stop doing so much. I'm a mother of
Mhm.
three, I own two businesses. It was just, and I was trying to become everything to everybody. And I literally started, my pressure was like so high, I literally started going blind in one eye. Like I went to the
Oh my
doctor, and it was
God.
like, it's your pressure. And I was like, well, no, they
Wow.
didn't say anything. I was sitting at my son's school, and I was praying. I'm like, God, something is just not right. I know it's something not right, but the doctors don't see anything. And
Mhm.
I literally heard God say, go take your blood pressure. And when I went to CVS to go get my blood pressure, it was like super high. And that's when I
Wow.
heard, like, you have to stop. You have to slow down, and you have to stop. And that year I mastered the art of no. So I'm very comfortable now telling people no.
Absolutely. You have to hand it right back to them.
Like, nope, not my
Yeah.
job, not my business. I don't
And
care.
that's setting up, and you know what? Setting boundaries and blocking your personal space, people have to respect that. And that's a part of self care too. The art of saying no and setting up boundaries, because if not, people will take advantage and they'll do it over and over again. And I was the same. I was just like you. Okay, I'll do it for you. And I'm stressing myself out by trying to do something else for someone else because I'm trying to be nice. No, 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 not my problem, not my issue. You got to figure it out. And nowadays everything is, you could figure it out. It's called Google. Free.
That's my favorite line. Google is free.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I know, like we talked about, a lot of things. You gave us some really good tips. Ladies, do you guys have any questions for Ro?
No, I feel like I
Have
took a
any
lot of
questions
notes.
because
Sorry, go ahead, Toya.
and I don't have any questions because we are in the same scope of work, Ro and I,
Mhm.
and that collaboration definitely has to happen.
Yep. It's
I've learned
coming
a lot
soon.
from Ro, especially with the journaling, which I mentioned earlier. She has me journaling. I'm her trainer, but she has me journaling because we can feed off one another.
Mhm.
Journaling has become something that I do every morning now, and it's truly helpful. So I'm excited about that collaboration.
Yeah. It's coming soon, y'all. As soon as we get out of COVID, be ready.
Nice.
I definitely can see so much of, like, just networking. And I'm very grateful. I actually met Andrea, training with Toya. I went to do she's one of her clients, and I participated in what was supposed to be a 5K. Um Speaking of which, did you guys get your medals? Because I know I didn't get my medal.
No. Oh, no. We supposed to get a medal?
Yeah, we were supposed to get a medal.
Yes, they're supposed to give you a shirt, a medal, and different souvenirs too. But you were supposed to go that day. It was from 9 to 12. And if you weren't
Oh,
able to go, you can just email
I
them.
did. I emailed them, so I'm
oh,
gonna email them again because I did send an email that same day letting them know I was unable to make it.
Yeah.
Can they mail my stuff? Yeah,
oh,
I'm going to email
okay.
them back. I want my
I'll
stuff.
send them an email. Because if
um,
they
Yeah.
still, I know they have an office out here somewhere because they're a local organization. So I'm gonna contact them too. I didn't know that. I thought I was just giving it, as donation. I totally, it went over
no,
my head that we were
when we
supposed
would have
to.
finished our thing, we would have got our shirt and our medals.
Oh,
And you get
okay,
your little
Our
flap
medal,
too, your
yeah.
little flap. So I
okay.
met Ro. We were all supposed to go do the Walk of Hope for cancer. And they canceled it due to COVID and the weather. So Toya was like, let's go to brunch. And her energy was just so amazing. Very
Oh,
good energy, very,
likewise.
very positive. And I was like, oh no, we got to have her on the show.
Yeah.
She got something that women need,
Yeah.
and one of the reasons why we started this podcast was to build up women,
Mm-hmm.
encourage women, young girls, the moms, the entrepreneurs, those who are just, in general in life. So as we get information, we definitely want to share it with, you women out there. The whole purpose of us
Absolutely.
doing this is not for us. It's really to build you up. We're getting something too. Don't think, don't think that we're not, because like I said, I took a bunch of notes. So we're learning and growing too, but we don't have it all. So each person that we bring on this show is to help build us up. It's that missing part that we don't have. We've had um April on here. We had Monique. We had Ro. We had Angela. Those were all ladies who dropped some serious gems. And I not just on this podcast. I take classes like online. I'm always in somebody's training. Like I want to know, because in order for me to continue to grow, we have to
Mm-hmm.
always be learning. We have to
Mm-hmm.
always be teachable. So thank you for these tips. You opened my eyes to seeing that wellness is not just physical and spiritual, and emotional, but it's also social, financial, and self-care. We make time for everything else in the world. We definitely have to start taking care of ourselves and making time for ourselves.
And it's
I somebody
just one thing, Sena, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So the women know, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed thinking, oh, I have to do all these things at once. Just change one thing at one time and then build up
Yes.
on there. Don't
Yeah.
overwhelm yourself. Don't, oh, I got to be this thing. No, you don't. Just do one thing at a time and you'll start seeing the small changes.
That is really good. That is really good. One small step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that miracle morning. My biggest thing. I think I do everything on this list except for eat breakfast.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I don't eat breakfast. I was so proud of myself on Friday. I ate a really good breakfast. Like if you guys looked at my social media, I had avocado toast and I like sunny side up
Yummy.
eggs. So I have that for breakfast and a cup of tea. I always have tea every morning. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I do like tea. But I don't eat breakfast because, like I said, I'm a night person.
Mm-hmm.
So I stay up late. I will do all my work and then I will binge on Netflix because now that's my self-care, de-stress time. And then I will go to sleep. I will shower, get everything I need to do, and I will literally wake up 10 minutes before work. And then I'll keep hitting the snooze button.
Girl, we gonna have to do some reversal, Sena.
Actually, but look, I don't have my planner down here. But I have been intentional this last week on going to bed at 10,
Mm-hmm.
even if the fact that I know I'm not tired. I have I ordered a new planner, and so I've been intentional going to bed at 10, intentional waking up early, which is totally out of my scope because like last week I was waking up and I was just sitting there. I was like, I can't like function doing the stuff that I do at night in the morning. I was like, Toy always say, you have to know yourself. And I was like, myself in morning, I can't do all that I do. It's like my creative my brain don't start turning on until like after 10 o'clock in the morning. That's like literally when I'm going into lesson time with my students. That's when my brain kicks in. It's like, okay. And it don't turn off until like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like seriously. So yes, but I am being more intentional on going to bed at a decent time. And I am going to be more intentional about eating breakfast. But yeah, breakfast, I just don't be having time. And I
Sena,
do
you
have
have
time.
to make the time. See, that's the thing. You
I
have
kind
time,
of,
but you have to make the time. You make time for your Netflix.
I do. I literally can eat breakfast when my students eat breakfast, but I don't know. Breakfast used to be good to me, and now it's just like,
And
like
think of your
it's
day
like
like
with
this.
water.
Yeah, so you could look at your day like this, like a 24-hour clock. So break it down like that. Block your time because you know what time your students are coming. So you know what time you're obligated to. But how are you using your time otherwise in between those areas? What are this is where you do your self-care assessments. What are small changes? Okay, I could tweak this off maybe if I go to bed an hour earlier, get up an hour earlier, then I do have time to do these small things. And when the kids get ready, they're here at the door, I'm ready. My brain is already going because I'm ready. Let's go.
That's good. That's good. That
I
is
like
so good. I like that.
So
Well,
just a
thank
small
you.
tweak, not a whole lot. You can still watch Netflix, but instead of 2 hours, do 1 hour. And then you get up that hour earlier in the morning,
it. It's like,
that
no.
small change, and then you
I'm gonna
start it
try
that
it.
way.
I didn't do my things to do list for this coming week. So I am going to I have been going through that list and making sure that I'm sticking with everything that I'm writing down. I'm being more intentional in this
Mhm.
season of writing. I'm very big on time management and like planning things. So I'm trying to be more intentional on planning every second of my time. And if it's not on my
Mhm.
calendar, not taking and adding
Right.
anything else on my plate. So that was one of the goals that I set for myself over the last month, is that I wanted to be intentional with my time management skills moving forward. So
And
um,
that's a part of your self-care too, because those are non-negotiable decisions. You already know in those blocks of times, nothing else is going on. So for me, one of my non-negotiable times is 5:30 p.m. to 7 o'clock. Monday through Thursday. Don't call me because I'm in traffic from 5:30 to 6. And then I'm at your sister's house doing my workout. And that's non-negotiable. I'm not changing it unless she shuts us down. I'm not going anywhere because that's a non-negotiable decision that
mhm.
I made for myself, where that time it's all about me getting my workout in with my trainer. I'm focused on that, and that's what I'm there for, because it's going to help me sleep better. It's going to help me physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm making better decisions. I'm more creative. I'm more of a happier mom and a happier wife, and my family is happy. As women, we're the backbone of the family, basically.
Mhm.
And if we ain't right,
Yeah.
the family ain't right.
That is true.
Yep. Very
That
true.
is true. Well, you just dropped a ton of stuff that I definitely need to process. Uh, process. I need to eat, not spit out, but eat, swallow, meditate, process. Uh, this was some good information. Um, Ladies, I know you guys said you didn't have any questions. Anything else, Ro, you want to share with us before we let you go? I definitely want you to tell the people where they can find you at.
Oh, absolutely. I just forgot to just share one small tip. If I've done some research about sleeping better, and what helps you sleep better naturally is just one small supplement of magnesium. So I don't know if you guys know, but magnesium is a nutrient that's needed in at least 113 different functions of our body. and it helps you sleep naturally a lot much easier and better. So not only does it help you sleep better naturally, but it helps your body overall as well.
So not like the magnesium you take to go poop, right?
No,
Okay.
no,
Because
just
I was thinking
no,
to
not
myself, I
that,
was like,
not girl.
wait a
No,
minute. If
no,
I
no.
take that
See,
magnesium,
you
I ain't
that
sleeping.
you not
Milk and
sleeping. You gonna be
magnesia.
on the toilet. No, not that one. Not that one, girl. The other one, the supplement, you could get it at Vitamin Shop, GNC, but it's a natural supplement. I try to share as many of these natural things with people because we don't know and how these small things can make a change in our routine. So yes.
I just wanted to clarify. So, ladies, do not go get that other stuff
No,
because
no,
you
not
will
the
not
meat
be
flake.
sleeping. You will
Not
be
the what
on
is
the
it?
toilet.
Right, not magnesium caltrate, please. No, 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 not that. But you can find me. I am on Instagram and Facebook, Roy
Okay.
Lee Toomer. My podcast, the Elevate Higher Wellness Podcast, it's on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you so much for joining us. Latoya, tell the people where they can find you at.
You can find me at train_with_Toya on Instagram or Facebook at Divine Total Body Fitness. You can also check out the website. It's www.divinetotalbodyfitness.com.
All right, Andrea, tell the people where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram, myeverythingbeautiful.ag.
And Roy, go ahead one more time and tell the people your website again for your podcast in case they missed it.
Oh, yes. You can go to elevatehigherwellness.com. And there you're able to link to my podcast, social media. It's all there on the link.
All right. And you can find me at any of these things listed below. Too many to name, or it's too much stuff to actually spell out. And yeah. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Boss Chicks. I definitely want you guys to come back December, where we're going to be talking and bringing on our families, the people behind the making. So Latoya's gonna have her family on, Andrea's gonna have her family on, Lashondra's gonna have her family on, and I'm gonna have my family on. And they're gonna share about their experiences married and in having to live with boss chicks. So hopefully they have something very nice and positive to say. Now remember, kids can be kind of ruthless, so don't hold us accountable for anything the little people say, you know. And Addison just gonna come and share her cute little smile. She might talk. So we want to thank you guys as always for tuning in. We want to thank you, Ro, for joining us.
Of course,
Dropping
thank you for
all
inviting
this
me.
information. Thank
Thank
you. I'm
so
looking
much.
forward to us
Yes,
getting
thank
getting
you.
on this retreat.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I am definitely looking forward to that. So once again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. You can follow us all on social media at Boss Chicks San Diego, Boss Chicks San Diego, Boss Chicks SD on Instagram, and Boss Chicks on Facebook. You can like, subscribe, and share. Tell someone about our YouTube channel. We are tuning in every Tuesday live on social media at 7:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Boss Chicks out.
Bye.
Bye.
Boss Chicks, Boss Chicks, Boss Chicks, Boss Chicks, Boss Chicks, Boss Chicks.
To all the queens who sacrifice their dream, to all the queens who put their lives aside, this is now your time to shine. This is now your time to shine.
Boss Chicks, Boss Chicks.
Rise up, take your place. Rise up, take your place.